Hello, good to see you. Welcome back to Non-League and Beyond Weymouth FC. It's episode 76. It's a transfer window special. And are we in Europe? So here we go for the transfer window special. And are we in Europe is a very good question. So I've just filmed the last episode. I've changed my top. I'm ready to go for this transfer window special. I know it's going to take a fair few days. We've got a bit of money to spend as well. The budgets are in. If you didn't watch the last episode, the budgets are 79 million. And now, not just that, we've got 85% of transfer revenue made available with Sunny players. And we're just a little bit under the wage budget. So that will be messed around a little bit. And are we in Europe? I still don't know. The gap's still there. And I don't think we are. For whatever reason, we're not in Europe. It's just really frustrating. But on social media followers, we gained 111,000.9k. So that's great. Play attacking football, they're pleased. Play direct football, very disappointed. Who wants to play direct football? You want to be a bit of tech attacker. Play counter attacking football, disappointed. Who wants to play counter attacking? We want to play attacking. Play entertaining football, please. That's the sort of football we want to play. Attempt to avoid relegation. Reserve and judgment. Well, considering we finished 7th and should be in Europe, I think we're doing much better than what you expect. Club vision expectations. Play high tempo pressing. We do that already. Play possession football. Make the most of set pieces. Corner routines. Corner goals would be fantastic. Work within the wage budget. It's easy. And what we're going, train cities improvements. We are doing that all the time. And what is the next? My contract expires. Continue to avoid relegation from the Premier League in the next 5 years or 4 years. We accept that, but we don't want that. We want to play in Europe. That's what we want. So, what am I looking at? This is the squad. Like I said, I've just recently played the last game of the season. A striker would be fantastic. If I look at the goals, Fuentes is actually our top goal scorer of 15 goals who plays out on the right. And I'm going to need someone to really push him because he is all that, but he's not all that, if you know what I mean. Looking at him, there's better players out there than him, but for us, he's a special player. Ibra had a really good start to the season and really dropped off. He scored 10 goals. Bergwijn, 9 out of 21, 6 a sub. Pelleggi didn't do too bad, 8 goals, 18 off the sub as well, 12 starts. A striker is a real Castro as well, is a problem. I thought this guy might be the answer, but I'm not too sure. Assist-wise, who's assisting the goals? Villman, centre midfield, doing really well. 9 assists. Topez out on the left. Ibra, Fuentes. Just a phenomenal season. Not bad at all. Average rating-wise, who's the best performer for us? Ruida coming in January with a 7.21 to replace Murphy. And he's done really well. He's done more than really well. Ibra has been great. Fuentes, Cortez. It's good. I'm glad to have 2 central defenders actually having a good season. And like I said in the previous episode, anything under an 8.5 I think is a good season. So these, one above, all these players I feel have had a pretty terrible season. But some of them, Murphy, I accept an offer for Galatasaray. So he might be on his way out. 32.5 million. Could raise to 40 million. Van Commer, the left back's an issue then. Striker still an issue. Too fair to DiMaggio, he's not really played too much. So I can't really blame him for playing a bit poor. Murphy, he's just terrible. He's going to be on his way out. And Bergwijn also not really. Josh Jones, another left back. Who do cover for right. So yeah, other than all these players, I don't think done too badly. Not too bad at all. Right. What do I need though? So let's have a look at this tactic. This is the team I played the last game. So I feel I need a left back for sure. A left back. I know I'm going to get. I've got another centre back coming in. Am I happy with right back? Sam had done a 6.88. I might get another one because I've got Sarah as well. I might get another one and sell one of these two. So one of these two will then be backup. Defensive midfield. Buto, we spent a hell of a lot of money on him. And actually, not really spoke too much about him, but he's been pretty decent. 6.97, 3 assists. It's not really there for the assists, but Villman, alongside him, he's done really, really well. Really well. 5 assists, 6.92. Yeah, I think he's done all right. So I'm pleased with those two. And I've got DiMaggio and Anani that can come in there. Denise on the left-hand side. I've got Pelleggi, but Pelleggi's only on loan. I'm even thinking about playing Ibra out on the left-hand side because he's got a very strong right foot. So cutting inside. Maybe a better shadow striker. Definitely. Yeah, most important is a left back. And I'm going to say it now, a striker. Unless we play 2 up front. Someone's been working on another tactic. We will see. We will see if we're going to go with this or that. This most probably. It's worked really well recently. Right. Left back and I will look. We've got strikers already, but I will look at some other strikers. And knowing me though, we will get a load of different players in. But one place in particular that I know that I'm settled now is Guerrero, the goalkeeper. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm really a real big fan of him. Played 36 games, conceded 36, but I think it's pretty good. 6.95, amazing. That's not too bad at all. Right, let me click on a bit, see if we are going to be in Europe, and to see if I can find us a decent left back. Some really, really good news. We have qualified for Europe. Yeah, I don't know why it took so long and why it wasn't showing up on the league. Amazing. So, there we go. Also, Villa qualified for Europe as well. They qualified for the Champions League. How did Villa qualify for the Champions League? They won Europa League. That's how. Okay, now some things are starting to make a little bit more sense. So that means obviously then we were lucky then. 4th place then. We weren't too lucky because Tottenham did actually qualify for the Conference League. So that means then 4th place goes to Europa League. 5th place Europa League, put my teeth in. 6th place Conference League. 7th place Conference League. Okay, so wait a minute. If Villa wouldn't have done that, then we would have been in Europa League, and then Tottenham and Chelsea would have been in the Conference League. Well done, Villa. Really stitched us up. But thankfully, we are in Europe, so there's nothing to worry about. Bloody hell, I was really shitting it because I thought we'd done enough. Brito has been called up by Argentina as well, so that's fantastic. Has he played for them before? He has. 4 caps. Didn't realise he had. Special. Good. Right, now I know we're in Europe. Let's try and find some players to play in Europe. So Murphy has gone to Galatasaray for 32.5 million. Could raise to 40.5 million. We're going to get 21 million of that on our transfer budget, which is fantastic. So that should take it over. We had 79, so that should take over the 100 million mark. And we have got a 30% profit of next sale on him as well. So we've got 106 million to spend. We've got a lot of money to spend. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this transfer window. Well, I'm not too sure what's going on. Because now we've qualified for the Europa League by finishing in the top 6 finish. They told us we were in the Conference League. Now we're in the Europa League. Things have changed a lot because now Arsenal are in the Champions League. But also 5th place Newcastle are in the Champions League. And then also Villa are in the... How many teams of that is in the Champions League? So we've got 6 teams in the Champions League. 2 teams Europa League. And then 1 team in UEFA Conference League. I'm so confused what's going on. My mind just hurts. I take it that someone won the Champions League. One of these teams won the Champions League. We know Villa won... Well, Arsenal in the Europa League. We know Villa won the Europa League. That's why they're in the Champions League. But then how... Champions League. So, Newcastle and Man City were in the Champions League final. That was played in the... So, that's why Newcastle... Who won it? I thought it just said Man City won it. So why would Man City... Yeah, Man City won it. So then why would Newcastle, as they're the runners-up, and Man City are already qualified for the Champions League, it would go to... But it doesn't matter anyway. We're in the Europa League. We've got 9 teams in Europe, 6 teams in the Champions League. It's a very bizarre season. Right. I've been looking at some players, especially left backs, and I'm not seeing any good at this moment in time. I sent the scouts out, so hopefully we might have some players in a second. So we have our first player in this transfer window special. It is Luigi Hidalgo. He's 18 years of age. He's a centre back. He's not a left back. I've loaned him back to the club that we bought him from, just because he's not going to play, but he's one for the future. Got loads of potential, and £1 million, 18 years of age, 6'4", Peruvian from Peru. What's not to love? Let me just accept that. Yeah, so he's the first player in. Our second player in, and this one's a wonder kid, Leroy Yaconi, 20 years of age, wonder kid, Israeli, playing for Benfica in Portugal. He's got a very strong right foot, and his best position is as a winger. We don't play wingers, so he's going to be playing out on the left as an inside forward, cutting in on his strong right foot. Some great acceleration, pace is good as well. Flair's great, 16. And he's got 16 free kicks. I wouldn't mind a few goals this season, with a few free kick goals would be fantastic. And crossing's great, and corners are great. Potentially wise, not so great, but I think he's better than that. And like I say, he's a wonder kid as well, so he is going to be better than that. I have accepted it. 13.75 could raise to 16.25. 14.25 has been deducted from the transfer budget now. So what does that leave us with? 105 million. I think it's just because I've accepted it. It needs a day actually to go through, and then that will come off. I was going to say, how have we still got 105 million? So we've got 2 players in, and I still need a left back. Another player in. They're coming thick and fast now. Just a youngster, Walter Vieira, 19 years of age, costing 700k, Uruguayan. A really good right back, actually, some really good potential, and like I say, very cheap. 6 foot tall, 6'2" tall as well, so that's not bad at all. Yeah, we're just bringing in some youngsters and some more experienced players. When you've got 100 million to spend, it's good to bulk out the under 21s. Another youngster in for the under 21s and for the future, 1.2 million. Jambor, really good actual winger, inside forward, very strong. Right foot, strong left foot, potential's really, really good, and we're really finding some really great youngsters. I just need the players for here and now. I've gone and signed another centre back, but bear with me. This one, Robson Brown, we've had him on loan before. He's 22 years of age. Yeah, we've had him on loan twice, even in the Premier League, and he actually didn't do too badly. He played 21 times, 1 goal, a 6.97. That was a good season. And Villa are going to let him go on a free, so it seems like a no-brainer. So I finally got my left back in, Raquel dos Santos, for 11.75 million. He's only on 21.5k a week as well, very cheap on wages. If you take a look at him, he's actually pretty decent. He's not the best left back. It's telling me Van Kommer is, but dos Santos has got much more potential. He's 22 years of age. He's 5'7", and Brazilians, they make some really good left backs, so that should be a really decent sign. He is injured for a couple of weeks, but it's the 20th of June. He'll be fully fit by the time we kick off in August. Right, that's it for today. I reckon I'm going to save it there and carry on with the transfer window special later on the next day. But for you, it's going to feel like the same day, but for me, it's the next day. So it's not the next day, actually it's 3 days later. So I've watched previously what I've just done this video just to keep me back up to speed because I forgot what had happened. It's the 2nd of July. There's a few more players in. The last player you saw come in was the left back, Santos and Robson Brown. You saw him coming as well. Free transfer, youngster from Liverpool. This one, I don't understand why I paid 105k for him. It's supposed worth 5 to 7.6 million now. There must have been a reason why I brought him in. Tony O'Brien. And also Obi. Another one that was a bit bizarre. He looks okay. The potential's not quite there. For 1.5 million. And McNulty left on the free transfer. Did anyone else leave that you don't know about? Murphy's the last one you saw. And that's about it. Yeah, so... But I'm looking at some of the players that I put bids in before I stopped filming. Penna looks actually pretty decent. That's going ahead. Contract's been offered 1.6 million. Martin, waiting for a work permit on him. 18 years of age. Another player to play out on the left. I don't think I need another inside forward. He looks okay. Like I say, he's 18, 5'5", great potential. How much are we put in for him? 18 could raise to 24 million. Oscar Amar from Man City, 750k. Great potential. 19 years of age. Not a bad little price. Bring him in. I'm sure that's to be profit all day long later on. Loan him out. Stalder from Bayer Leverkusen for 18 million. A striker. You know I need a striker to score a lot of goals. His finishing's a bit low, but his mental and physical attributes, okay, I can see why I put a bid in for him. 2 goals in 16 games. 5 goals in 19 games. I need an out-and-out prolific striker. Not too sure this guy's going to be the answer. And that's 18 million. Free transfer. Another striker. Looks okay. Lacking a bit of pace, but his finishing's good. Composure's good. This one, I'd rather have him. So that was a good bit of good bit of business. If he comes in, that'd be good. I think I'm going to have to cancel that 18 million one. I don't understand why. And some coaches. Benteke coming in as well. Right. Yeah. So I'm going to cancel that 18 million. That seems like that seems a bit stupid. Going to get that guy on a free. Do I really want this guy to play out the inside forward when we've got so many already? I don't think I do. I'm going to cancel that one as well. So I've just got some more youngsters coming in and a good striker on a free transfer. Right, let's have a look at the squad. And what I have noticed, we got a lot of players. A lot of players. My best 11 I've just selected already before I started filming. But Dos Santos, we're going to play the Brazilian at left back if I can put him in. There he goes. And Denise is out on the left playing inside forward. It's actually better to be a winger or advanced playmaker. He's got a reasonable right foot. So actually out there is not really a good position for him. Should have noticed that sooner. Should have put him as a shadow striker and put Ibra out on the left. That would have made more sense. So Yaconi, the one the kid's going to go up on the left. Ibra, Fuentes. Castro is going to be the main man. But is he going to get me the goals that I need? 1 goal in 11 appearances in the Premier League. I'm not sure he's that guy. He scored a few in the cup. And Ariza Balaga. I love his finishing. Composure's good as well. Great potential. He scored 3 goals in 11 games. But he was much cheaper. Yeah, I got a lot of players here. Della Rosa. Am I going to play him, really? Can I say? I'm never going to play him at centre-back. Am I going to play him as right-back? Maybe. Or would I want the 37 to 53 million? It must get about 15, 20 million. I think I'm going to sell him. Because I think I'm fine for right-backs. We've got Samed. I would say we'll start this season with Samed. I know I'm talking over a lot of things. I'm just trying to catch up with things. And Sudoku, I think it's time for him to go. Bergquin, he's done a really good start and then just dropped off, but he did get injured. 6.77. This is why I need an out-and-out striker. Lanzini, he's got all the height in the world. I think I'd most probably sell him on as well because I think I've got enough centre-backs now. This is the youngster that came in that I already had pre-arranged. Want to train as a... Am I playing? Yeah, ball playing defender. I don't like this. His natural position for me is a ball playing defender. Cover. No. Change that to defend. So he looks really good. His only issue with him is his height and his heading. Only issue. We'll take a look. But also, the other Reader was amazing. Really, really good. And he ain't got very good tackling and heading, but he had a really good season. 7.16. And we've got Robson Brown as well now that can play centre back. So I think Nazini go. Keep DiMaggio unless I need to sell him. Who wants to read him on loan? And there's some youngsters here that I need to loan out. Pearson. Walter Vieira. I feel I'm going to keep him as backup for right back. So that means I have to have a look at Samed or the other right back. If I can figure out and remember his name. Sauer? Where is he? Can't see. There he is. I'm actually on him. So who's the best right back? I have to make that decision. And then the one that I don't think is the best one, we will sell. That makes a lot of sense. So really, if I can find a really good striker, finances wise, I've got 56 million. That's because I moved some of it over to the wage budget. So we've got a lot of money to spend. And like I said, I think I can get rid of a couple of these players because we do have a very, very big squad. If I go to the transfers, scouting, shall I say, I've been looking at strikers. So, interested joining us. Already got it prearranged up to the age of 29. Looking at strikers, let's go all the way to the top. Who's the best one out there that we can get? 79 million. He doesn't look very good. 51 million. Same again. 40 million. I think I've scouted him. Yeah, I've got a scout report going on him. A lot of good finishing. The potential's not there, but something lacking. Something's lacking there. Diego Rodriguez. Would he score me enough goals? He scored 5 and 15 over in Holland for Ajax, where you used to score a lot of goals. That's an easier league, is it not? He scored 3 goals in 13 games in the Premier League. And then like championship players, like Fulham striker. Arsenal reject. 22 million. Did score 19 goals, but that was in the championship. With Burnley. There's not many great strikers out there. Like, his finishing's not that. He's got some great physical attributes. 1 goal and 13 appearances in the Premier League. I need a natural striker that's going to score over 20 goals. I'm not asking for much. This could be the guy. I do like him. And he's not a bad price. We will scout him, even though we already can see everything there. I might put an offer in for him. I might. He says, I've already looked at this guy before. I think his wages, I think I offered him, he wanted over 100k, which seems a bit excessive. But like, yeah, so you see them. If I take the actual interested bit off, and then we get the players. Oh, we get the players that actually, this is the sort of players I need. Amazing. Endrick. Obviously, this has started before the pre-arranged Real Madrid transfer. So he went to Tottenham. Then Man United bought for 193 million. Tottenham making a load of money. But yeah, they just seem so much better. All over 100 million. And we could only dream, wish one day we could afford players like this. But even these guys, still knocking about. 29 years of age now. Yeah, okay. Finishing's terrible. There are some really decent players there, but we can only get the interested ones. Right, I'm going to look around and I'm concentrating on a striker that I think is going to get over 20 goals. And if anyone else pops up that's decent, we will take a look and I'll show you them. Maybe another shadow striker as well, because then I could swap Ibra on the left. And then if I can do that, I might sell Topez. Right, there's a lot of things to do. Like I say, it's 3 days later to the previous half of this video. So I'm about to rewatch it to see what I've actually already done. And now I'm going to do completely different things. Right, I feel this is going to be a long video. So we will get till the first game of the season. And I'll run over the last sort of players in. If I'm after really decent players, they're going to cost a lot of money. And 50 odd million, I could see maybe 1 or 2 players coming in. Not a great deal of players. So we'll get to the 13th of August, where we'll play against Southampton. Well, we won't play that game today, but that'll be in the next episode. And then I'll show off the final transfers. Hopefully that will make sense. Right. I've got a long time to go to try and find some decent players. I will see you in a second. So this is a long episode. It's the 13th of August. I will show you all the ins and all the outs. I'm ready for the first game of the season. I'm just going to say now, I sold not a lot of players, but a lot of players worth a lot of money. 65 million we brought in. Anyway, The last player that you saw come in, I think, was Oscar Omar, or I was talking about him for 750k from Man City. He's got some really great value. 4-star potential. It's just like I said, I want to bulk up my under 21s. Pedro Pena for 1.6 million. 5-star potential. He looks very good. Lacking on a bit of acceleration. 9. He's pretty slow. Junior Coupe. I hope that's how you say it. If not, I will learn how to say it. I'm feeling Shadow Striker. I feel that would be his best position. He can play as a striker, but Shadow Striker would be absolutely awesome. Or even maybe a striker, but I've spent a lot of money on a striker. Yeah, a good bit of business. That was 23 million, could raise to 25 million. Gustavo from River Plate, play on the right hand side. That's what I was thinking about. Fuentes, competition for him. Looks very good. Not a bad price as well. 6.25 million. This is a lot of money. 45 could raise to 66 million. Martin Alderton. He's got some great finishing. I really like his composure, and acceleration's great as well. He's 4-star. He's not actually the best striker at the club. They're telling me Ibra is, but Ibra is a shadow striker, but I'm going to start playing him on the left-hand side. That is to come. I will talk about that soon. But yeah, very decent. He's got to be decent. I've spent so much money on him. He's got to be. And I loaned in a player from Man United, which it says natural position striker, but I was thinking maybe on the right-hand side as an inside forward, but feel really I actually didn't need him in the end because I've got Fuentes and From as well to play over there. But not just that, we've got someone else to play over there as well. Players out, and I made a lot of money. Sudoku went to Werner Branner for 12 million. I'm going to click him up just in case you can't see him, just because my face is in the way. It shouldn't be. Bergwijn to Celtic for 9.25 million. Not a bad bit of business. Pena has gone out on loan. Della Rosa went to Galatasaray for 20, could raise to 25.5 million. So I bring a lot of money in. Galatasaray again, buying Sarah for 8 million. And then Lanzini went to Turkey as well. 15 million, could raise to 18.75, I think it was. Is that 18.75? It is 18.75. A lot of money. And the rest of these players just all gone out on loan. Arrizabalaga has gone out on loan to Plymouth. And he's had a good start as well. He scored 2 goals in the Carabao Cup with about 8.70. He was only going to be backup. So why not get some game time? Plymouth are in the Championship, so hopefully that's a good league for him to settle it. And I think he'd be pretty decent. Right, I want to show you the team I'm looking at playing against Southampton. Then I'll show you my best team as well. Right, this is the team. We've got Southampton next in the next episode, so please come back for that. Thinking like this is going to be the team. Guerrera, Dos Santos, this guy that I'm going to have to pronounce, Rueda, Samid, Brito and Philman, they're still in central midfield. I'm going to play Ibra out on the left, which I think will be a really good position for him because he's got a very strong right foot. And then, as a shadow striker, Kruper, I think would be awesome because he's got some good passing as well, technique. It looks really good. And then Yakona I got to play out on the left to be inside forward. But I think I'm going to play him out on the right. Even though he's only got a reasonable left foot, I think that's good enough because his natural position, he wants to play as a wing on the right, but he will be playing inside forward. I'm just going to see how that goes. And then up front is Castro because Martin Alderton is injured. But my best team, the team I think I'll play all the time, but I feel that is the best team. I feel like I'm going to play all the time, but I feel is the best team, is the team I'm just going to show you now. So Alderton up front. And then I'm not too sure, where is he? Cortez is injured. If it'd be that, or if we will go with that. Just got to make up my mind. I do really like him. His heading's a bit low and his height is a bit of a worry. But we see how he gets on in the first couple of games. I feel that could be my best team. What are they saying after all those transfers? Season preview to finish 5th maybe? No, 14th. 400 to 1. Our best players, Brito and Cortez. I feel we've done all right. Haaland still knocking about in 2033. I feel we've done some really good bit of business. And like I said, it's got Southampton and Middlesbrough next. The Europa League's draw's not been made yet, so we don't know who we're gonna play there. And I feel, yeah, that's it. A good bit of business. This transfer window's done. Thank you so much for watching. I do apologise if it's a long one. It is. I know it's going to be. And like I said, thank you for watching. And please come back for the next episode.